Hi guys, so the next character I'm doing is Frankie Stein, and for Frankie, she kind of has this like schoolgirl aesthetic going on, like a goth take on that. So for her, I was really struggling to actually figure out how I could like spin the goth look into like a schoolgirl look and change her design, because honestly, I feel like her outfit aged pretty well. Like, for most of the characters' designs, I could still see people wearing something like this. And honestly, I feel like I can, even more so, I've been seeing people wearing stuff like that. Just, like, not quite exactly like it, but, like, the dress on top of a shirt thing kind of thing. I feel like that's pretty in style right now. Like, even I have dresses that look like that I wear on top of some of my shirts. So for her, I was, like, really struggling to figure out how to, like, change it up to make it look more modern and like her style and still give like the schoolgirl vibes without it being too similar to Draculaura, because that was the thing. At this point I was like, it's looking a little bit too similar to Draculaura. I tried to give her like this like half pleated, half not pleated skirt thing, but I didn't really like how it looked. I couldn't decide if I wanted her to wear a mesh top or not. But I did note that I really liked her shoes. I thought that her shoes were they were perfect the way they were. I really liked them. I feel like Mary Jane's are just a quintessential like school shoe. Like, they really give you the schoolgirl vibe. Like, they're very sweet, they're very cute, and plus it's like the platform heels are really like coming back too. Platforms are really coming back in. At least I think they are, because I love platforms, so So eventually I ended up kind of settling on like giving her like a blazer on top of it, because you know, like a lot of uniforms have like a blazer with a skirt and then like a collared shirt and a tie. So I was like, okay, but let's make the blazer oversized, because I know that's really a thing right now, is wearing like oversized jackets and sweaters and stuff. Like, that's really cute right now. And then like I feel like their makeup is honestly like super in style right now too. Like, a lot of makeup trends from the 2000s are coming back. Like, not every single one of them. Some of them are definitely dated. I feel like people are a lot better at makeup now, but I'm sure people back then were like, oh yeah, we're really good at makeup, so I don't know. And maybe in the future, we'll think that these makeup trends are ugly, and then the ones back then were actually good makeup. I don't even know, whatever. But yeah, for her, I was really going with the blazer thing, and honestly, I feel like she looks kind of like more like a college student than like a high schooler. But honestly, I feel like a lot of the dolls that were like supposed to be high schoolers, their style was a little bit too fashionable for what high schoolers were actually wearing. But I know people say that like all the time, like the kids these days, their fashion is so much more stylish than when I was a kid. But I feel like kids these days are definitely a lot more stylish, and it's probably just because YouTube is so accessible and all these fashion trends are so accessible, and it's even a lot easier to get really nice clothes these days. Like, you can just get stuff off of like, order them off like AliExpress or something. Like, I know that's like not exactly the best place to get your clothes. It's problematic. They steal designs. Please, honestly, don't try not to buy stuff from AliExpress, because it won't even last you. It'll like fall apart really, really easily. That clothes is not very nice quality. It would be a lot better if you saved up for something that was like, at least last you more than a month. Like, I still have some of my clothes that's lasted me at least a few years. Trying to make your clothes last. Your clothes should be lasting years and years and years. Back in the olden days, I know my parents and my grandparents would be talking about how long their clothes used to last, but now it's like fast fashion. Everything is just like, it doesn't last because they expect you to buy new stuff right away or whatever. And I feel like I did a lot better of a job with the line work this time than I did with Draculaura. Like, I was just so tired of lining and drawing when I got to recording. Because like I said, I recorded her like 3 different times and it didn't record. So I was like, at a point, I was getting sick of lining that girl. But this way, I feel like I did a lot better job of it. And like, this was also the first and only time I had to line her. I wasn't sitting there for hours and hours and hours, 2 days straight, trying to get this recording to go through. But honestly, I feel like I'm pretty happy with the lines. I could have thickened them up some more though, because like their art is like super, super like thick lined, but like it's like dynamic. Yeah, like dynamic, and the lines are like bold and stuff like that. And you'll notice for Frankie that she's the only one whose hairstyle I haven't changed. When I get to Claudine, she's going to be the next one I upload, and I did her hair differently too. And once I finish up Claudine, yeah, I'm going to do the others. I think I want to do Gulia and Laguna and Cleo. Just because, like, I feel like Draculaura, Claudine, and Frankie are like the main trio, but they're not like the main cast. Like, they're the main ones people think about a lot, but it's not like they're the only ones, and they're not by any means the main characters. Just maybe like were the most popular ones, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna draw the other ones too, and maybe I'll do other monsters just because I really do like some of them. I wish I could have gotten into it when I was younger, but like I said in my other video, I really didn't get into Monster High because I was in high school when it came out. So by the time it came out, I was starting to like get over dolls and toys and stuff, and there wasn't toys by me, so it was like, eh. But I really would like to get into Monster High again. I only have Claudina's. I have the Electrified from the reboot. I think the Pirate one, I think it was Shriekret. That one was a reboot. Then I have 13 Wishes, and then I think Frights Camera Action Claudine. I have 2 of the really tall 17-inch Claudines, and then I have the original Claudine. And then I have Honey Swamp. I don't remember which one it is. I don't remember what it's called, but it's not Freak du Chic, and it's not the original one. I don't know which one she's called though. But like right now, lately, I haven't really been focused on Monster High. Like, I got all of the LOL OMG dolls that I wanted. I have almost every single Rainbow High doll except for all the cheers, but I didn't really want all the cheers. And then I mostly been collecting vintage Barbies and then going for Bratz, like flip-flopping in between them. Like for my birthday last week, my husband got me a reproduction of Black Francie, who is actually the very first black doll Mattel has ever produced. Like, there's quite a bit of history with regards to Mattel and Black Barbies. Like, there's Francie, who is Barbie's cousin, and then the black version of her is the very first doll that Mattel ever produced of a black person. Then there was Christy, who was Barbie's first black friend and the first original black character. And then there was Black Barbie 1980, who was the very first black doll named Barbie. Because, you know, Barbie can change hair colors and body types, but that was the first time she ever changed and became a black person, basically. So anyways, I've been like focused on that and focused on Bratz dolls. Like, I really wanted to get a lot of the old Bratz dolls that I wanted as a kid. Speaking of which, they're actually reproducing what is it called, the original release of the Bratz dolls and Rock Angels, and they're doing collector dolls for the 20th anniversary, and hopefully the collector dolls are better than the last collector dolls. But anyways, this is like really exciting if you guys are into that. I don't know what Monster High has been up to aside, I mean, they haven't really been up to anything besides the collector things, right? And I wasn't into those because I'm not into Stephen King stuff, or Stephen King. I'm not into his stuff. And I just didn't think the dolls were like, they didn't really express what I thought Monster High was about. Like, I know a lot of people really want Monster High to come back, but I don't think it should right now, because I don't think Mattel is capable of really portraying that Monster High spirit right now, because I don't think Mattel has enough diverse voices on the team, and there's not enough people who care about the quality of the dolls and making sure that they're high quality and good dolls that would be fun for kids. Like, it's really giving me like old fuddy-duddy dudes around a table going, what's going to make money with the kids these days? It's not really giving me like people who care that much about toys and dolls and what kids like. And that's really what was the issue with the reboot. Like, I don't think there was an issue with them rebooting the dolls, because honestly, toys get rebooted all the time. They need to be rebooted. But the way Monster High was rebooted, honestly, it might have been a little bit fast too, but it wasn't good. It wasn't really true to Monster High. The characters, the quality was, the worst thing was the quality, because there was actually some really cute lines, and then there was like the two really nice lines that I really liked. It was like that Tea Party one and then the hoodies one, but those never even came out, and those were probably like the nicest designs for the reboot they ever did, but they didn't even come out. But like, the problem with it was they was like giving in to like the Karen crowd, who was like, change this, it's too scary for kids, blah 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 blah. But the thing about them is like, they do not buy the dolls. They do not care about toys. I've seen, okay, like, because you know, those are the same people who would be complaining about Bratz and LOLMG and all, they complain about everything. They'll never be satisfied. I was watching this movie for LOL Surprise, where and the reviews, it was on Amazon, and one of the reviews was saying it was a bad influence to children because the girls had this, the girls were portraying a message of be you do you, be yourself, and they said that was promoting rebellion and bad behavior. Like, that's when I realized these people will never be satisfied. You will never be able to, they don't care about the toys, they don't care about what is cool, they don't even care about good messages. So why are we bothering like caving into their demands? They're not even gonna buy the toys. And I feel like the reboots prove that with Monster High. Like, obviously they weren't buying the toys enough for it to survive, for me to get the actual dolls I wanted, which was that Tea Party line. Like, I really wanted those ones from the reboot, but they never came out. And like, maybe if they actually bought the dolls that they were complaining so much about, we would get that. But they weren't doing that. Same thing with the Bratz reboot. They did all that whining for what? They didn't even buy those dolls, and they still complained about them. So like, they complain about everything, every single thing. That's why they're such a joke. That's why people make fun of Karens, and it's a meme to make fun of them for complaining to the manager. They complain about everything. So why do we even cave into their demands? They don't care. Like, they just want something to complain about. And that's the thing. Like, I don't think Mattel can redo Monster High at this point, when they're so willing to cave into the demands of people who clearly don't even care. They don't care. They're not going to buy the toys. These are like really bad business decisions. They're not caring about what the actual fans think, and that's why they're flopping. Like, even MGA, for all the issues that the CEO has, because he does have an attitude, but for all of his attitude, he still listens to the fans like a lot better than Mattel does, and it seems like he actually cares about the toys. But yeah, that's just my reboot thoughts. Like, honestly, if they did reboot it again, I hope that they get more voices, more diverse voices, more people who actually care about the dolls on the team. And, like, do something with these higher-ups, man, because we can't deal with them. Because it's clearly not just the designers, but it's also the higher-ups. We need, like, just throw the whole staff away at this point. Maybe not all of them. I'm sure some of them are okay. But, like, this, I'm just messing around, but, like, just throw the whole thing away and start over. I don't think Monster High is going to work at this point for Mattel, though. Like, it's not going to work, you guys, so we gotta just, I don't know. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this design. I'm basically done with her. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure you comment down below which one of your favorite Monster High characters. Let's start a discussion here. Share it to your friends. Hit the bell, and I hope you guys see you in the next video where I'll be redesigning Claudine. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.